Greetings, everyone. Breathe and relax. Enjoy yourself today as we learn yet another Siddhi. Breathe. Focus on your body and on the earth. People are logging in. I'm enjoying my coffee this morning. Lots of things to enjoy of life. Simple things to enjoy of life. I'll give a precision on the Siddhi Aditi that we've covered a few weeks back. Someone wrote to me asking, I practice Aditi a lot and then my cat got sick. Does Aditi manifest this kind of thing? The answer is no. Aditi frees you from your chains inside. It does not produce an effect outside. It could produce an effect outside, liberating you. But it does not manifest new event. Okay? Just keep this in mind. All right. On to today's Siddhi, now that everyone is pretty much set up. ShamBhumiRam. Sham, S-H-A-M. Bhumi, B-H-U-M-I. Ram, R-A-M. Sham is joy. When it is grammatically binded to another word, it means enjoy that. ShamBhumi means enjoy the earth. Bhumi is the earth. The earth plane, the earth planet. Bhumi Dev is the earth divinity. ShamBhumi. Enjoy what the world has to offer. Ram, enjoy. Actually, no, joy, enjoyment, pleasure, but in a Epicurean way. We have to clarify what Epicurean means. Today, Epicurean means to eat rich food, to enjoy luxurious items. That is so contrary to the message of Greek philosopher Epicurus. So contrary. Epicure expressed the idea that to find happiness, you need to enjoy as much as you can with the least possible stimulation. Epicurus was about ascetic practices of taking an apple and being mindful of it, to feel what it can bring you and not require another one. So greedy people, which is most of us, I said us to include myself, of course, we interpret Epicurus' wisdom in segments, and we keep the segment, okay? Enjoy everything as much as you can. We just kept that part. With the least possible stimulation. We kind of, that's too advanced wisdom. We don't care about that part. That's Ram. Ram is joy said to be on a spiritual level, in the sense that it is joy without the necessity of stimulation. That is Ram. Therefore, ShamBhumiRam means to enjoy everything the earth has to offer and let it go when it's over. It is a humbling Siddhi because it means to mourn what we have enjoyed in the past. As much as it suggests that we should enjoy the maximum of all things, ShamBhumiRam asks for us to seize the day, carpe diem, that was Epicurean. Enjoy what is there and mourn what is not there. A good friend of mine was my business partner for, 15 years, more or less. Simon, my brother, got cancer. He died. It was early 40s. When he died, I felt like my brother died again. Because I had a brother when I was a teenager. He died. My friend Simon, I was talking with him about the consequence of his cancer. For 3 years, his body was degrading. I said, do you miss enjoying all the food you want? I was wondering what was the limitation. Needing someone's help to go to the movies, or like being limited. Yeah, this is troubling, but the most troubling thing is not being able to feel sexual, not having the ability to enjoy an orgasm or even touching myself, having zero sensation, because below the solar plexus he had no sensation. The cancer had eaten his spine. So he was stuck in this idea that he has to let it go. Something that for him was important, he had to accept it was not going to happen anymore. Then he turned to other things. I started enjoying them. It was a great lesson for me. He didn't learn it through wisdom, through practice. He learned it because it was the best option for him. He was not going to enjoy many things of life anymore. So he did practice mourning. Yeah, he did a lot of personal growth. He was hanging out with me for 15 years. Imagine the guy looked at himself once in a while. So if we come back to the Siddhi, ShamBhumiRam, the first aspect is to make ourselves available to enjoy what the world has to offer, to enjoy what the earth has to offer. Can be food, can be activity, can be even technology, can be anything the world has. But not let it driven by greed. See, the greedy person would use ShamBhumiRam. Oh, let's become ecstatic about everything the earth has to offer. I want more. I just want more. The Ram part ensures that the joy will be subtle and spiritual, that it will be mindful. Ram is always this pleasure at a more refined level. And Sham is the raw pleasures of the earth. We have something in the Hindu mythology about Shiva, which is Shiva Shankar. So Shiva enjoys what's going on. Shiva Shankar. Sham is that enjoyment. And Shiva, that you might have discovered through Shiva Parvati, Shiva loves to be physical and live events, go through experiences. There's a Sham in there. Now, ShamBhumi would make you want to devour the world, would make you want to try every little pleasure. Ram turns this practice into a contemplative art. You see, if we enjoy something too much, it hurts. Of course, when you're younger, you don't realize that, because you can never eat too many apples. Yeah, at one point you can eat too many apples. You cannot ever have too much chocolate. Yeah, at one point you're gonna have too much chocolate. Such as what my son discovered lately. He's 15 years old and he got nausea just looking at something sweet or fat for a week. It's nice to have this experience when young. ShamBhumiRam. To properly grasp the power of the Siddhi, because it is a Siddhi and therefore it has power. To properly grasp the power, we must look at greed and how much we are driven to have more pleasure. More of the things that we miss. More of what we found pleasurable during, our past. Because the power of ShamBhumiRam could bring back some of these experiences. And now filled with hope, I could have, chocolate again. I could have, whatever I want again. Greed will come up and will build a barrage of false hope. Will make you yearn when Ram is about mourning what is gone. But like we learn in Aditi, don't program yourself that it's gone, because you don't want to limit yourself if it happens again. But you would have a chain if you build false hope again. I'm gonna do ShamBhumiRam every day until I can have sex again, until I can have more money. I can, and just hope that it manifests. That's not the wisdom. ShamBhumiRam, its power is to summon from nature what is available, as long as you're available to enjoy what is there as it happens. It will manifest. Contrarily to Aditi, ShamBhumiRam will manifest. It will manifest in function of what nature can offer. If you don't have legs anymore, you can't go walking. But maybe something can happen where you can move around without walking if you don't have legs. You know what I mean? Is just don't block yourself from the opportunities. ShamBhumiRam brings this true Epicurus wisdom. Accept that the stimulation could be mild. Rejoice in the little things. Now, if you have a lot of things to enjoy, please do. Don't push it away. There is no denial in ShamBhumiRam. Like, oh, I can't have more, I deserve little. Refer to the class of Aditi. Unchain yourself. Be available to the possibilities. You see, Aditi and ShamBhumiRam work well together. There is some of Krishna's non-action in this, where you would accept any possible stimulation from the world, any joy that is available, while you would mourn every possible stimulation, any joy that is not available. Without control, without the ability to predict exactly when the fun will come back or if it ever will. But hey, look, another fun that I did not expect, and then you go for that one. Life brings a great lesson of humility. As we are young teenagers, discovery is everywhere. As a young adult, we can try so much stuff. We can even have the money to try stuff, experiment, everything. Then comes a time where these experiences takes a toll on our body. And then a time when, I used to drink a lot. I enjoyed drinking. I knew I was not alcoholic because I could stop and spend a few weeks, sometimes a few months, without drinking, without consuming. And I didn't miss it, but I didn't have the joys of, being intoxicated. Until I realized there's a counterpart to that I didn't enjoy. Still, today I can't drink like I used to. And it's okay. Because I don't want it anyway, so it's good. Like, I don't miss it. Sometimes I have this feeling if I could just drink a bottle of gin like I used to, like in an evening. But yeah, why would I? You see? So there's a morning. It's not that the world doesn't bring gin around. I can just go and buy a bottle, but I don't want to. Why would I? That'd be stupid. Waste of money. Cheese. Oh, a few bits of cheese now is fun, but I used to eat cheese like a pound of cheese in the day. I bought 7 different cheese. Let's eat cheese all day with a little cracker here and there, cup of wine, maybe 6 cups of wine. Cheese is heavy on me. I can have a bit and it's good. It's enough. You see, whatever I took too much, my body eventually said, hey, it's kind of hard. Jeez, I remember the joys of abusing cheese. I sometimes remember the joys of alcohol, but I mostly remember the joys of abusing cheese. It was a joke. I found it funny. In my head, it was funny. We should not intoxicate ourselves to the point of losing our mind. I think it's after losing my mind, losing consciousness. Well, not passing out, but losing the mastery over myself with alcohol is when I realized there's something wrong with the abuse. And then my body answered, yeah, let's stop that. And then my body suddenly doesn't want to have it anymore. Yet the party life, the fun of my 20s, I miss the hyper state. I mean, who in their 50s doesn't miss the 20? I'm not 50 yet. I'm not 50. No. I'm far from 50. I think 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away from 50. So don't call me 50 yet. This is how I share a bit of my past life, my life history, and how I live ShamBhumiRam. You see, nature brings humility where we lose what great enjoyment we once had. And that's what made me want to practice ShamBhumiRam. Of course, the greed in me, like automatic, the greed in me said, well, if I do ShamBhumiRam, I might manifest more fun. That was the first thing my ego said. Yeah, but remember the Ram part. And my ego, oh, yeah, right. Let's just deal with that so we can manifest, okay? Let's do the Ram morning thing so we can finally manifest more fun. Still the greed was talking. That was this morning. So yeah, of course. Yesterday I was walking a shopping mall. Then I went to a bar. Lots of noise, lots of people. And that was a time I would have enjoyed that. Now what marked me the most is the battle that happened between two guys. Went to fists. The bodyguards, the bouncers had to throw one out. I was marked by that, like the strength of nature, the power in the jungle. That's what this bar made me feel. There was a time I would have enjoyed the power of the jungle. That's what the bar made me feel. Intensity. Was a high-class bar. I had myself a tartare of red tuna or something. Over rice and fancy shit. Dry martini. It was cool. But the experience was heavy. It was a nice discovery. ShamBhumiRam is great in this paradoxal feeling of manifesting more fun from the earth, more experience to enjoy in this world. And the loss of what is just not available. Like in Aditi, ShamBhumiRam will bring more possibilities. It will make you available, but ShamBhumiRam will manifest what's available. And will help you let go of what is not. And sometimes it's not about aging. It's not because I'm 50. It's because, the pandemic broke my way of life, let's say. It put on hold the entire seminar, traveling the world, seeing culture and people. I had to let go of it. Many different pleasures came because of that. But I had to let go of that one. Being in an airport is not a pleasure. Traveling is not a pleasure. Being there with the people, that's the pleasure. That was the fun. Let's practice ShamBhumiRam. And whenever you start, don't start with the manifestation. Start in a state of mourning. ShamBhumiRam. When I let go of what is not available, then it leaves room for more to manifest. ShamBhumiRam. 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 Feel this dualistic process, the letting go and the having more. This losing control over how nature will bring you joy again. This faith required in karma, dharma, and prakti. ShamBhumiRam. ShamBhumiRam. All right, deep breath. All right, that is great. It was fun. I enjoy sometimes sharing my personal life experience. I hope that it is inspiring to someone at some point. I did not have terrible suffering after my 20s. I had normal life experience. A few of those events were challenging, but it was not often terrible. I look back and I say, so far I had a good life. I look at how productive I was in the last 20 years. This is extraordinary, what I've done and what I've delivered to the world. And now I'm in a pause. I'm in a break. I'm still teaching this every week, and it's fun. I feel I'm bringing something. But I think to myself, I have at least another 20 years of being functional with my mind and my body. What are the possibilities of bringing more? I am open to the possibilities. I know I don't have the energy I had 20 years ago, or even 5 years ago. So you see, I have to mourn that part, but remain available to what's to come. ShamBhumiRam, where I found power, is that I didn't make it only about myself. What more joy can I bring? See, this is where we transcend most cities. If we limit it to us, what can I manifest to have more fun from the earth? It's going to work. You're going to have the local manifestation of the city. But if you want to transcend a city, expand it into Vishnu, the master of all city. What more joy can I bring to the world if I let go of how I used to do it? If I open myself to possibilities and not control how it will happen. ShamBhumiRam. It will bring me something for sure, because the city manifests as long as I do some personal growth about it, in this case, mourning the past stuff. But the power in that city is that it's not exclusive to ourselves. ShamBhumiRam. What more joy can be experienced in the world by whoever is available if we let go of how we used to enjoy in the past? Manifest more. ShamBhumiRam can bring joy if you have digested these lessons of humility, that it's not all about me. I'm included in there, but it's not made about me. It's about Bhumi. It's about the world. All right? Transcend this power. Use it. See you next week.